Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shweta, Chief Administrator. Welcomes you all in today's webinar, and it's a pleasure to have Dr. Kavitha with us in Delhi in person. And we are very glad that our Delhiites are meeting today. And before starting the presentation, I would like to introduce our first speaker of the day, Dr. Rajneesh Kumar Sharma sir, who is MBBS MD Homeopathy PhD, and he is a privileged executive member of Delhi Homeopathic Medical Association, CA advisor, and he's already have written author of many books, which you already saw in the previous webinars. And he is the author of numerous research papers, case presentations, chief managing director of HomeoCure and Research Institute, Web of Homeopathic Pharma, and Spurge Multi-Speciality Hospital. So we welcome you, sir, in person in Delhi. So keep enjoying this webinar. Welcome, sir.
PPT
PPT आपने ओपन कर दिया.
Thank you very much. This is third KHA International webinar, and we are celebrating this webinar at New Delhi at Dr. Shweta Singh's clinic in presence of Dr. Kavitha in person. Very surprising that it is here. The topic today is treatment of psychosomatic diseases with homeopathy and spirituality. I will discuss an integrated approach to healing mind and body. Regarding introduction to psychosomatic diseases, psychosomatic disorders involve mind and body both, our psyche and our physique. As in homeopathy, it all know there is a concept of constitution, individualization, and holistic nature. We include mind and body both. Mental stress can manifest a number of physical illness. In spite of being purely psychic, it hampers a number of reactions occurring inside the living organism: catabolic, anabolic, biphasic, and therefore they affect the miasms, they activate the miasms, they invite the miasms, and due to activation or catalyzation of the miasms, a number of physical illness appear, including mental disharmonies. There are certain examples of psychosomatic illness: irritable bowel syndrome, hypertension, psoriasis, asthma, and a number of autoimmune disorders which are aggravated by mental stress. You must have been seen several times a case of psoriasis which is being improved after a very careful treatment suddenly gets aggravation, and whenever he falls into the uh, storm of stress, all the symptoms of psoriasis reappear suddenly. This is the manifestation of the mental stress. It requires multi-dimensional research treatment approach. There is a great role of mind in this, all the form of diseases. Emotional suppression or perversion, it may lead to the somatic symptoms. Anxiety, anger, fears, impulses, obsessions, they all affect immunity and the normal physiology of the body. Whenever the normal physiology of the body is altered, the immunity is affected and the person gets sick. Chronic stress alters endocrine and nervous systems. Due to inclusion of nervous system and endocrine system, the orchestra sorry, due to interruption, due to failure of power, session is interrupted for a while. Progress. We will resume within a second. Our neuroendocrine systems sorry for interruption. We are resuming. Let's resume. Chronic stress may alter the endocrine nervous system. I have already discussed over here. The unresolved trauma may result in chronic set of illnesses, which may be so hazardous to the normal life of the individual. Let us discuss the healing through individualization in terms of homeopathy. Based on totality of symptoms, which includes constitutional uh, totality, including physique as well as psych, that is mind and the body. Homeopathy treats the patient as a whole, not just a disease or the symptom. Some remedies noteworthy are Ignitia, Netremur, Oromet. They target the emotional roots of the individual. Several intercurrent and anti-miasmatic remedies are there. They support the deepest part of the healing and help in eradicating the disease by roots. Some key homeopathic remedies for so-called psychosomatic sickness, which are noteworthy over here, are Ignitia. You all know grief, sighing, nervous sensation. Netremur, suppressed emotions, headaches, migraines, skin eruptions, allergies, orometallicum, suicidal thoughts, deep depressions, nihilism, etc. Stephysagria for suppressed anger, anger with vexation, and cystitis, UTIs, urinary complaints, and of course sepia for apathy, indifference, hormonal and digestive issues, especially at the time of menopause or after menopause. Only homeopathy heals the whole individual whenever prescribed according to the symptoms of the homeopathy. Simple simple and minimum dose on the base of similma. But if we use spirituality in healing, the effect will be multifold and the patient will resume the health very soon. Spirituality enhances the emotional resilience. It enhances the coping. Spirituality provides purpose, hope, and connection. Its practices are like meditation, prayers, self-reflection. There are a number of ways in which the spirituality can be attained. The most popular method is prayers. And another one is meditation. Meditation is often done under the guidance of some expert, and prayer can be done himself at home very easily. We all do prayers. And self-reflection, we often knowingly or unknowingly, willingly or unwillingly do self-reflections, self-reproaches. We dwell our whole day regarding our thoughts, our acts, our performances, our activities, our achievements, our failures. Whenever we go to bed, there is some period of time in which we do self-reflection automatically. This is also a sort of spirituality. Spirituality, although very difficult to explain, but really it strengthens the faith and aligns the vital force in normal harmony. Now we can do the integrative approach with homeopathy and spirituality. I have made a formula, homeopathy plus spirituality, that may equalize holistic healing. Root emotional causes and energetic imbalance can be easily addressed with combination of spirituality and homeopathy. Regular follow-ups and individualized care is essential in both conditions whenever we use homeopathy single alone or spirituality alone or a combination of both. The collaboration with the experts or counselors or spiritual guides is always beneficial. Never try meditation or spiritual practices alone or on its own accords. The guidance from a counselor or an expert is very essential in this regard. Now I will present a case which was very successfully cured with a combination of homeopathic treatment as well as spirituality practices. There was a female aged 35 having irritable bowel syndrome with a long-standing anxiety. There was a rooted emotional stress. She was suffering with emotional stress for a long time. There was unresolved grief. There was a marital tension, and the feeling of anxiety was felt in chest. This was the characteristic feature in this patient. This was the key rubric, the feeling of anxiety in chest. There was exhibition of profound internalization, self-reproach, self-blame, and emotional withdrawal. And that led to the difference in the society and withdrawal. She initiated the daily meditations and spiritual journaling, and there was a steady improvement in digestive health as well as in emotional clarity with the use of only meditation and spiritual healing. But the cure was not sufficient. Though she was improved, but she was suffering with some troubles like anxiety, chest. The symptoms, suppressed emotions were there, silent weeping was there, hidden grief was there, and there was feeling of chest heaviness. There was anxiety and mortality, want of morality feeling. The perceived sinfulness was there, and there was fear of moral failure. And GI flares were due to emotional suppression and guilt feeling, and this was triggering the irritable bowel syndrome. There was a sense of self-denial. She believed that she didn't deserve affection or a support, and there was a fear of inner darkness, and there was obsession, and there was introspection. She was obsessed to introspect, and she was blaming herself. The remedies indicated in these symptoms were silent weeping, hidden grief, chest heaviness, nausea dependence, perceived sinfulness, fear of moral failure, there was mancinella, and GI flares tied to emotional suppression or guilt. Both remedies were there. And in belief, she is undeserving of affection and support. Naja was there. And fear of inner darkness, obsessive introspection, it indicates mancinella. And inner release through spiritual practices was clearly evident, and which was evident for synergistic resonance. Regarding remedy layers, the interpretation could done easily with nausea dependence and mancinella. Nausea addresses the emotional heart, psychosomatic chest symptoms, internalized guilt, and quiet endurance of pain. The keynote is feels unloved but suffers in silence. This is nausea. And mancinella reaches into the psycho-spiritual realm, self-loathing, distorted moral perception, fear of losing mental control, and the keynote is struggles with inner darkness and identity. Both the remedies are indicated in such type of patients which are suffering silently. The prescription was made on the basis of similitude. The first remedy selected was nausea dependence 200 potency. The indications were, of course, silent grief, emotional cardiac tension, and hidden sufferings. The dose was 1 dose, 2 to 3 globules once weekly, and monitoring was done, watched and waited for the actions, and watched for emotional catharsis or chest-related sensations. After 15 days, there was reassessment of the case. Meditation was continuously done, and meditation helped to regulate the emotional surges. Journaling offered cathartic expression and self-awareness, and remedy synergy facilitated the resolution of deeper emotional blocks. There was gradual shift from fragmentation to the wholeness of the individual. The second remedy used was Mancinella 30C. The indications were spiritual vulnerability, fear of madness, and moral disorientation. The doses were 2 to 3 globules every third day only. Careful monitoring was done and observed psychological anchoring and self-awareness shifts for any changes. And for after 3 weeks, the adjustable based on psychic response was appreciated. The case summary: 35 years old female with chronic irritable bowel syndrome and anxiety in chest. The stress background was there, unresolved grief and marital strain. The remedies used were nausea dependence 200C, silent suffering, heart tension, and self-worth. Mancinella 30C was used for spiritual fear, distorted self-image, and a sensation of guilt. The supportive measures done were daily meditation and spiritual journaling under the guidance of an expert. The result was irritable bowel syndrome was cured rapidly, anxiety decreased considerably, and emotional openness improved to a marked degree, and there was a renewal of the self-respect and clarity in the thoughts of the patient. Psychosomatic diseases, they need body, mind, and soul intervention. This is the conclusion from this study. Only mind and body are healed with homeopathy, but for healing of the soul, meditation or spirituality is very essential. Homeopathy offers precise and individualized treatment. Spirituality enhances inner strength and harmony, and it purifies the soul. Integration yields long-lasting recovery and well-being of the individuals. Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to present this case.
Thank you so much, sir, for the words of wisdom. We really appreciate the knowledge and the cases that you shared. Now, I'll take this opportunity to welcome our second speaker of the day, Dr. Deepak Sharma, sir, who's an MD and PhD scholar, and he's also the founder and director of Orbit Clinics. Over to you, sir.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Deepak Sharma and today's our topic is psychosomatic disease and what is the role of homeopathy. So homeopathy is always famous for the every kind of illness related with the mental state. So in homeopathy, since more than 2050 years, homeopathy is the only medical science which is connected with the physical symptom of the body with the mental state. Like, for example, as Dr. Rajneesh sir already explained all things about this, but I am relating about that if you have a fever, then what is the mental state of that time is peculiar for an homeopathy. Like if in a high grade of fever, a person is calmed down, the medicine is different. And if he is feeling very anger, then the medicine is different. So the homeopathy is specialized for the psychosomatic disease in everywhere. So homeopathy is the peculiar one. I have a case of diabetes mellitus in a 44-year of male which they cannot be controlled by many kind of medication, many kind of lifestyle modifications. Even the diabetes level are more than 200 or 250. Then by the history I got in this patient, there is a suppression of thoughts, the suppression of anger. And when I took the whole case, the Netramur was the medicine. And the only few doses of Netramur 30C will relieve in the levels of blood sugar. His blood sugar level goes down very speedy, and in next 15 days it was about to normal, which cannot be controlled by the many allopathic medications also. So every disease have the psychosomatic era. So it is important to feel that this from where the disease is developed, the what was the mental state at that time when the disease is growing. So this is actually a significant for each and everyone for each disease. So this is from my side. So I think Dr. Deepika, you will take the next speaker for the one. And thank you, Dr. Kavitha and Kavitha Holistic Approach, to give me opportunity to speak on this wonderful topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We really appreciate Kavita ma'am, Deepak sir, and Rajneesh sir for taking out time for today's seminar. And they are very experienced, very senior speakers. So now we have third speaker of the day, who is Dr. Shweta Singh ma'am, who's also a KHA Chief Administrator. She's a research associate in CCRH, New Delhi. She's also the senior consultant in Orbit Clinics, and she's the first female president of the organization BHMS as well. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. So let me share my PPT first. So treatment of psychosomatic diseases with homeopathy and spirituality. So first of all, what is psychosomatic diseases? Basically, they belong to the mental diseases, which were discussed by Dr. Henneman in 210 to 230 aphorisms, and they belong to the category of one-sided diseases. One-sidedness means one-sidedness means all other morbid symptoms, like the corporeal symptoms, they disappear as it were there before the single great or prominent symptoms you will get. So this is mainly the mental diseases, the definition of mental diseases, and they are like all other corporeal disease. Like all other diseases, the condition of disposition and mind is always altered. The patient disposition is to be particularly noted for their treatment. That means, like all other corporeal disease, we have to treat the patient on the basis of the totality of the symptoms. This is discussed in aphorism 210 by Dr. Henneman. And after that, he also discussed that the state of disposition of the patient is the chief thing that determines the selection of homeopathic remedy. And this psychosomatic disease is one of the mental diseases. The first one is somatopsychic disease. Second is disease, the acute mental diseases. Third one is doubtful mental diseases of doubtful origin. And the fourth one is psychosomatic diseases, which is discussed in aphorism 225. As I said, they are not different from the so-called corporeal diseases. They are more difficult to cure because of their one-sidedness, because we get only one side of the picture. We usually, it is very difficult to get the totality of the symptoms in such cases. Dr. Henneman described the psychosomatic diseases as they start as a few emotional diseases, and we can treat them like the patient comes to you with continued anxiety, worry, or vexation, or wrongs, and frequent occurrence of great fear and anxiety, fright. But you treat the patient, you advise the patient with the psychical remedies like display of confidence, friendly exhortations, sensible advices. The patient recover. But after some time, they again get into the disease, the psychic, the mental symptoms turn their road towards the corporeal disease, like the continued anxiety, the continued fear, fright. The patient feel they will start getting corporeal symptoms, and with with the time, those mental anxiety will disappear. So from from the mental symptoms, they travel towards the corporeal disease. This is psychosomatic disease. So the treatment is same. The fundament in the starting, you can give advices by friendly advices, or by display of confidence, the patient get recovered, but the corporeal disease remains the same. So the treatment is basically the because of the fundamental cause, the treatment should be the antisoric remedies. We have to apply the antisoric remedies. We have to find out all the symptoms that the patient is getting in the past. So past history in these cases is very important, where you can find those mental symptoms which are disappearing in the present state. So in these cases, the past history plays a very vital role, and that can make with the which is conjoined with the physical symptoms. You can conjoin those symptoms, and you can get the symptoms of his mental state which he was experiencing in the past. You can conjoin that those symptoms, you can make a totality, then you can prescribe a antisoric or constitutional treatment to that. Only antisoric remedies or the constitutional treatment is the best treatment where recurrences will not occur. So this is from my side. Thank you so much. Now we have our CEO and President of Kavitha Holistic Approach Homeopathy Study Group, Dr. Kavitha, with us in person, and we will enlighten ourselves with her presentation. So welcome, Dr. Kavitha. I think the word of my none of the it's like that. Not great, and I will turn my face.
Hello everyone. Welcome to our third International Homeopathy Conference. It's a big surprise because I was able to make it in person at Delhi and at Dr. Shweta Singh's clinic. We are all here. So as we heard about homeopathy and treatment of psychosomatic diseases with homeopathy and spiritual science from the three speakers, they have covered everything. And the science behind homeopathy and the spirituality or the meditation technique, it is all the quantum physics. So everything is energy, as Albert Einstein said, and it is vibrated at particular frequency. And we homeopaths consider disease as dynamic, and the homeopathic medicines remedies are also made in a dynamic nature that way to address the disease conditions. So today I would like to share few insights with you from Bird's point of view at a higher level of reflection and understanding. So that is to explore some broader perspectives on life, energy, and connection. Last night, late midnight, we had the opportunity to do the full mood meditation, group meditation. And that's a wonderful thing. So here what is happening is all the positive energies we are collecting. And when coming to see if we see the Vedic philosophy or astrology, Arshad Varga is there, which refers to the 6 enemies or the passions which we have that goes with the mind, and it obstructs the spiritual growth and self-realization. They are Kama, which is a desire, lust, excessive or selfish desire for material possessions or sensual pleasures. Krodha, anger, which is uncontrolled rage or resentment. And that arises when the desires are obstructed or our ego is hurt. And Lobha, greed, which is insatiable craving for more wealth, power, possessions, or anything. And Moha, which is a delusion or attachment, with the emotional attachment, and manifesting in the ignorance or misunderstanding of the reality. And Mada, pride, ego, arrogance of inflated self-worth, leading to the superiority complex. And Matsarya, which is jealousy or envy, and envy towards the other's success or possessions or happiness. So these 6 passions are viewed as the root causes of suffering or the bondage. And we need to recognize and transcend these inner enemies through healthy practices. And if we see the types of suffering, mainly at a high level, Adhyatmic, which is at one's own body, mind, and soul affections, which is mostly 90%, as discussed by all the speakers. And there is Adi Bhautik, which are the affections by other beings like Bhuta creatures, the flies or wild animals, which is 9%. And Adi Daivik, which is by the nature's fury, like floods, storms, which is 1%. So these are all things which affect. And these psychological issues, to name few, they can be repetitive thoughts, delusions, illusions, schizophrenia, and many disorders are seen. And again, all these are from controlling our suppression of our emotions. So suffering is due to our inability to understand purpose of our life and our true potential. Realizing who am I? And these again, if we see, these emotions are again love-based or fear-based. So to name, see if you see the throat chakra, when if it is affected, there are issues of communication, unable to express the truth. And this ultimately leads to thyroid issues, just to name few, because other speakers have already covered the disease conditions and how the emotions and the homeopathic remedies. So now I am going to say a few words at a high level, like how the psychosomatic conditions are there and the chakras. So if you see when chakras are blocked or overactive, then it will all again manifest as illness, anxiety, low energy, and there is lack of direction, and so many things. There are 7 major chakras. The chakras are the energy centers in our body. And these chakras will influence at physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. So to say Mooladhara chakra, and it is the, see the red color element is, there are issues with the survival, stability, and the grounding. And Swadhisthana, which is the sacral chakra, and the color is orange, and the element water. Again, it is related to the emotions, pleasures. And Manipuraka, which is at the solar plexus chakra, and color is yellow, element is fire, and issues with the confidence, lack of self-confidence or willpower and identity. And Anahata, which is the heart chakra, the green color, element is air, all related with the love, compassion, and connection. Vishuddha is the throat chakra, and color blue, the ether, sound, and mainly with the communication or the truth, expression of the truth. So Agnya chakra is the third eye chakra, and which is the color indigo and color element light, all related with intuition, perception, and insights. The final is the Sahasrara, the crown chakra, violet or the white color, and it is the element is the spirit. So mainly issues with or they deal with the spirituality, enlightenment, and unity. So our emotions are tied to chakras, and clearing these blocks in chakras through individual or group meditation will help, and it is most powerful. So when chakras are balanced, there is abundance, health, physical health, emotional stability, clear thoughts, and spiritual awareness. So today we are so lucky to have our Calm Miraculous Mind Meditation Center in USA. And first, I would say with much gratitude and heartfelt thanks to PSSM, Pyramid Spiritual Society's Movement founder, Brahmashi Pitamaha Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji Amma. So basically, the Anapanasati meditation, out of several techniques, you can try many things. There are many ways for treating these conditions, and one is the meditation. And Anapanasati meditation is the one which mainly, like Ana means in breath and Apana means out breath. We focus or we observe our breath. It is called as breath mindfulness meditation, and this is a Buddhist practice. And by observing our breath, we calm our mind and we achieve the state of inner peace. See, there is you can still lead the normal lives with Anapanasati meditation. No sannyasa, no renunciation. Middle path means you can enjoy the worldly pleasures as well as and also do the meditation. And so what happens is when you meditate, you are making your mind empty. And we are all the masters of ourselves. And no religion whatsoever, everyone can do meditation. So with this PSSM, there are 18 guiding principles and vegetarianism. When we change our diet, food to vegetarianism, it also helps to make our many of the conditions, mental conditions better. And reading right spiritual books. Sajjana Sangatyam is like our Ka Homeopathy Study Group, Ka Miraculous Minds, where like-minded people are united. They do selfless service. And doing meditation under pyramid is 3 times more powerful. So it is called as pyramid meditation. So basically, when we say all of this, being a practitioner, see what we say is Vaidyo Narayano Hari. See, like God is equivalent to the doctor is equivalent to the God. And Aham Brahma means we are the gods. So once we understand that we are not the body, we are not the mind, we are the soul. So we are all divine pure souls. Then what happens if you know that when you will not get that emotions affect yourself. We see oneness in the universe. We are omnipresent. So few more tips to address the psychosomatic disorders is individual meditation or the group meditation. As I said, the group meditation, full moon meditation. Today, yesterday, today, And day before yesterday, it's a wonderful, it has more energies. And group meditation is also very powerful. That is why Buddha got enlightened on full moon day. So Buddha Purnima we say. And Sajjana Sangatya, as we are doing, and see, basically, once we understand the emotional intelligence, what we store in our mind, or the inner child, all the sufferings right from our child. See, when we are child, they're pure, nothing, they are like gods. And later on, we accumulate everything we see from our perspective. And spiritual parenting, several things are there, like soul coach, past life regression, reincarnation, life soul plan. So these are all you can get from different courses, or the things like Buddha CEO, spiritual tablets, and Dr. Newton QLU University, where you get so much spirituality. See, basically, the the goal which we want to achieve is not in alignment, then we get disappointment. So once we need to know that what we want, and where our attention goes, the energy flows. So we are creating our own reality. And so as Vedas also said, Sarvam Kalvitam Brahma, from the state of I am to everything is God. I am God, then we have to go to a next level, which is everyone is God, everything is God. So we have to understand the spiritual wisdom, and we need to work on the root cause, as homeopathy does, and address all the sufferings that arise. Basically, love is the best solution for everything. And detachment, getting attachment again causes the sickness. And even devotion, bhakti, is also good. Yoga practices, and mantras, positive affirmations, crystals, colors, sound therapy, mindfulness, mindful lifestyle practices, learning music, being with plants, being with nature, with high, we always have to be with high frequency, at high vibration level. Work with your family members, dear friends, as we have our Ka Homeopathy study group. If each one is a divine soul, loving, caring, and we are so fortunate. So, and when we are with like-minded people, we get more energetic, more positive, more vibrated. And positive speech, positive affirmations, purposeful acts. So basically, we should be like lotus, though it is in whatever situation we are, in the mud or wherever, but we are appreciated for who we are. So each of us really appreciate all our volunteers, all the members, for supporting the homeopathy study group team, and making it a big grand success, all the events. So once one, can I tell something like whatever we are willing and wishing from nature, first, we have to do the same to nature. This is a quote from Jesus Christ. So I know I have to, I wanted to speak so much, but everything was covered by our team members. So one thing basically is like, if we see the Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita, Karmanye Vadikaraste Mahaphaleshu Kadachana, which means that it is right to perform our duties, but we are not entitled to the fruits of our actions. So basically, see, when we expect something, then only we might get disappointed. So that is the thing which we wanted to know. And as I said, like, we are the souls. Like, see, Krishna is the soul. And Arjuna, if you see, the Arjuna is like a body, mind and body. So union. We have to listen to our mind, or the soul, which guides us. And what else? So reading the some few spiritual, which I would say is like Brahmashi Pitama Patriji's books, Tulsi Dalam, books from Osho, many, Lobsam Rampa, and Castadina, to name few, Deepak Chopra. So you can get enlightenment many of these books. And we have covered made many videos on color and sound remedies from Ambika Waters. And If you have any questions, please do let us know. And we will do 5-minute meditation to get all the positive vibes on behalf of Full Moon Day. And thank you so much. So everyone sit comfortably. Cross your feet. Clasp your hands. And close your eyes. Just observe your natural, easy, calm breath. Do not think anything. You can play soft music, soothing music, or you can just without music is also fine. Group meditation is most powerful and full moon meditation, which removes all the blocks in our chakras, gives us positive energy. When thoughts come, just observe your breath. No thoughts, no emptiness is the energy. We are all divine souls. We forgive everyone. We appreciate. We show gratitude. We respect. We thank Mother Nature. We thank plant kingdom, animal kingdom, mineral kingdom. We thank all the astral gurus, all the masters. We thank our parents, family, friends, technology. And when you are ready, just close your hands on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And open your eyes with beautiful smile. And you get more information from pssmmovement.org and PMC channels and our Calm Miraculous Minds Meditation Center. Thank you all. And Dr. Shweta, you want to wrap up?
Thank you, ma'am. I hope everybody liked the session. It was a sweet and short session for all of you. And because Dr. Kavitha gave us a surprise visit, and we all like Dr. Rajneesh, Dr. Deepak Sharma, Dr. Deepika, Dr. Yashika, we are all together. So we want to thank Dr. Kavitha. Please welcome out.
We'd like to felicitate ma'am once again for her gracious presence.
Thank you.
Peaceful.
Thank you all.
We'd like to request Shweta ma'am also in the frame, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for joining us today and be the part of our celebration and get together. And we will see you in our next webinar. We will update the upcoming webinars soon on our website or on the social media channels of KA. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you. Goodbye.